We go. I do believe we're live, so I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you on another conscious evolution. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear Zoe screaming soon. He's been uh, antsy a little bit this morning, but I'm sure he's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine too. Today's stream topic has been inspired by an old friend, one that most of you do, I trust, remember. Christian sent me a message this morning saying that he wishes he could give me a big hug, that he misses me a lot. And I wish this too. I miss him as well. Today's stream topic is inspired by something that he likes to be vocal about. And it's that you have to be careful what you wish for. You have to be very careful what you wish for, luminescent butterfly. It's nice having you here with me again, dear friend. We got Dan here too. Howdy, Dan. How you do? Have you been careful what you wish for, Dan? No. Yes? Maybe? Yeah, being careful what you wish for, right? A little bit easier said than done. Because when we're wishing for things, sometimes we wish for them not thinking they're gonna come true necessarily, right? And then they do, and then we find ourselves in the circumstances that we wished for, and I think it's gonna continue being like that. I think that we are way more powerful than we think we are, and that manifestation is real. Manifestation is really real, like extra real, like real plus. But it is a matter of time, I think, with manifestation, right? Where you might be able to manifest things, but the timeline at which we manifest things is a little bit different than we would like them to be. What am I doing? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know what I'm doing? Guess you'll have to guess. Guess you'll have to wish that you could know. You better be careful. Happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? I have made the second pizza dough. It's even better than the first. Nice. We love that. Doing something again and making it even better. Ah, it's Connor's birthday. What's up, dude? It's my birthday. Hope you're well. I'll be wishing for a night to remember. Well, it's a good day to have a birthday. It is Saturday. Hope that you do have a night to remember, Connor. You have any plans? What are you gonna do? You gonna go out with friends? You gonna have a party at your house? You gonna have a movie night? Tell us what you're gonna do. It's nice to be here and celebrating you. Hope you have a beautiful day again. Happy birthday, dear friend. I said to myself and other people, Luminescent Butterfly says, that I would be okay with being homeless, but good emotionally. And now I'm afraid that God is gonna listen to me. I mean, you didn't say I wish. You say I would be okay with. Alright, it's close. Close. The universe could be like, oh yeah? Oh yeah, you'd be okay with? Okay. Alright. Have some homeless. Alright. Have some homeless, but you're the happiest you've ever been. You're emotionally sound. Stable. I mean, part of me would like to believe you would be. I guess you probably could deal with like hard emotions if maybe you get sick and you can't afford help, or maybe you need to go somewhere and you can't afford to as well. Maybe that can mess with your emotions. Maybe if you're cold, I don't know. But I imagine that you do technically as a, as a homeless person, deal with different set of issues. Probably have a whole unique kind of little set of things that you concern yourself with. I've watched a couple of documentaries slash videos of people going up to homeless people and having conversations with them. And you'd be surprised how many people just simply opted out of the system that we're in right now. And they find themselves emotionally at peace with that decision. I don't know. I've said the same thing, Luminescent Butterfly. That I said it more in the capacity of like live or die, right? That I would do anything it takes to survive. Even if I had to go and dumpster dive, I would. I'll dive a dumpster if I'm hungry enough. Bet your ass. I'll do a trick as I dive into that. I'll have the other homeless people holding plaques, giving me a score out of 1 to 10 for how good I dove into it. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. Love is true. I hope that you remain homed and healthy, luminescent butterfly, emotionally good even too. I took Sam and Nancy's advice and got that special 00 flower. I still don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I will post the picture progression on Discord when the pizza is complete. You're doing the barbecue one, chicken barbecue one, right? That sounds really good. Thanks. Now I'm hungry. Sam is here too. Love you, Sam. And get out some friends. Go out with some friends, hit the casino, and win some generational wealth, and then lose it all again. Sounds like a night to remember. I honestly do hope that you won't. Right? This is my own personal bias of like I don't want people gambling. I don't like. But you know, something, put it all on black or whatever. I hope that you have a beautiful day. It is your birthday after all, so you can celebrate it the way that you want to. Mm-mm-mm. No way, that's real. Okay, no, it's not. Hey, whew, that kind of like tripped me out for a second, even. Right. I don't think they would let me remove it, and it is just a normal user. This week, Sam is barbecue chicken. Call it marinating the chicken, marinating the chicken and grilling it, and then sweet baby Ray's base, mozzarella, chicken, red onion, and smoked Gouda. Yossi. You got 2 different types of cheeses on your pizza. Sounds nice. Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, something, right? End up enjoying yourself or something. Yeah, today's stream topic I feel is one of those that's so I feel like all encompassing, right? We say as human beings, I don't know if you do, maybe this is some projection of my own, but we say, I wish something a lot, right? And I think we say it sometimes without even really realizing that our words have power. I wish I could be there already, right? And in the process, we technically wish away all of the time we have right now. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Matt Acoustic. I hope you have a great one too. And I don't think that's very helpful for us to do so. Right? Wish so much away. Can I ask a huge favor? You think I could get an early card to see how the day is gonna play out? Connor, since it's your birthday, friend, I'd be more than willing to do you a huge favor. It's not that huge, but I would like to believe that I'm like such a nice guy that I would do such a nice thing for my friend. Yeah, huge, huge, huge it is. I think I have an eyelash in my eyeball. This is better. Yeah, okay, sure. Let us know when Elvis gets here. Yeah, I was like, a part of me was like, that's not real, isn't it? Because like, it was one of those days where I felt like I was technically breaking rules, like a little bit. I was like soft breaking rules. I was like pretending to follow rules while breaking them. Just a little bit. Melt, you'll never go hungry. If I had no food, then I'd provide corn dogs. If you had no food, then I'd provide corn dogs at least. Thanks. Thanks, Dan. You hear that? You hear that? I got corn dogs waiting for me if I ever became homeless. Boom. Or something. What's going on, Sunflower? Combat Journeys. Today's stream topic is about being careful what you wish for. It's kind of like a conversation about manifestation, conversation about the power that we have in words, the reality of what we wish for being more nuanced sometimes than what we specified we want, right? I think that's an interesting kind of like quirk of our experience. You stay there. Here's what I thought. What I thought. I wish my hair would listen to me. Something, something. I become Medusa. With my little snackies. I would kind of like that. I wouldn't mind. Maybe I'll get myself a bunch of techno snakes. I'm like, I can feel the version of my future self being like, hey, oh, how would you be careful what you wish for? Oh, maybe I don't want techno snakes in the future. How about, I'm getting goosebumps. How about I'll wish for it anyway? Very uncareful of me. Sabrina, bless you. I'm going to do all the things you hate, Melty. I'm so sorry. I know. Smoke cigarettes, drink alcohols, gamble. I'm not judging you, right? I'm seeing you. There's no judgment in me. It's just a matter of like, I wouldn't, right? But again, like you're just as worthy of love. You're just as worthy of kindness. You're just as worthy of this space and the presence that you're allowed in it, right? Even if you do things that I don't like, right? Like we're not that kind of community. I'll say something. I'll freaking say something. Yeah, you'll hear me say things, but I won't shun you and chase you away. Brush that crust with some garlic butter before you stop. Like I am actually hungry. Actually, I'm hungry now, and I need you to stop. What the heck was that YouTube notification? It was just some dude who was having fun with posting on people's live streams. I was thinking at least olive oil, but garlic butter is definitely better. I'll agree. Love that scarf. Thanks. Woo! Just bumped over my other deck of cards. Thanks. I love this scarf too. It is a nice one. It doesn't always make the nicest flowers though. Because of these big swaths, like patchies, and it's like dark colors. It ends up making it seem a little bit, you know what I mean? Right? That moment when a piece of art goes. Yeah, exactly. And we totally know what I'm talking about right now. Totally. Yep, I feel so. Early card, love this. Happy birthday, cartoons. I don't know if I need to wait for him. Is that a scarf? It is. It is a scarf. It's not really a hot one. It's more like an aesthetic one. I joined in to him turning around and saying, I'd be willing to do. Moo Man the third. I'm so sorry, Moo Man. Appreciate you, Dan. You're a real one. Is your shirt an extra small? Surely you'd fit a large. This is a large. This is what a large looks like on me. Might as well just wear a singlet at this point. Do I look like this shirt is not fitting my body? I mean, look at all of this range. Look at all of this boopens. Boopens is our word for like beer belly. Look at all of this beer belly I could have. All right. Monkey paw stream. Oh yeah. Toasty knows what I'm talking about. Appreciate. Melt, you have done enough hearing me ramble over the years. Appreciate you still doing what you're doing. Thanks for not judging, lol. You're loved. Connor, you are loved. All right. Firestar Lord. It's been a while since seeing you. Because I focus on nature and its protection and you focus on the illusion your ego desires. Life is good. You may die, but it goes on. Yeah, yeah, Fire Star Lord. It's true. Am I focused on the illusions of my ego's desires? And we did talk about like you're careful what you wish for, right? The ego desires wishes, I guess. I'm not focusing on it as much as I am bringing it into our minds. Maybe you could say, fine. Maybe I am focusing on it. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe it's important for us. What are you talking about? I was also trying to figure it out, Sam. But maybe it's important. Maybe it's important for us to take a moment to consider that our egos have desires, and that these desires lead us to wishing for things, and that even though it was an ego, and even though it was just a desire, the wish will still be granted, could still be granted, right? And if it does, is that actually the reality that you want to live in? This is Connor's card. You still here, Connor? I trust that you are. Let me show you what you got. I do like this card. I do really like this card. It's called Emissaries of Love. It has dolphins and kids sitting in a circle, broadcasting their like love energy into the center of the space, warming all of them collectively. There's spiral hearts. So the spiral hearts above have wings on them even. And then there's like this unified green, almost like protective sphere that keeps those kids safe. We are those kids. We are those emissaries of love. That's the way I see this card at the very least. Them dolphins, spiral hearts, hearts with wings, more dolphins. Why not? Emissaries of love. Card number 37, Connor. And it was pulled right side up. It goes, new children. Sensitive. New children are being born all around the planet. They are being called various things. Psychic children, millennium children, crystal children, indigo children, to name just a few terms in use. There are distinctions among them, yet it is apparent that they are all intuitive, creative, deeply aware, spiritually awakened, multisensory human beings who carry with them a message of universal love. Their unique capabilities, the connection they have voiced with dolphins and whales, and their ability to use planetary energy grids to communicate with each other, infuse this card. You are invited to look to the future with optimism. Why did that hit me so hard? Oh my goodness, I'm full of goosebumps and stuff even. You are invited to look to the future with optimism and hope. It is heartening to know that children are being born who embody the vibrations of peace, integrity, and genuine love. How may you better support the messages they offer? How may you follow their example and become yourself an emissary of love? By shifting your attention, focus. By shifting your attention from fear to love in each moment, you too will become a part of the evolution of consciousness that these children personify. You have the ability to contribute to a future of love for yourself and all beings. See and feel it as already here. See and feel it as already here. We are here. It's done. It's done. We live in a world of love. We do. We actually do. Look at us showing up for another day, just as we have. More love to be had continuing forward. I hope you felt good with that one, Connor. Did it resonate for you? All the things that you are, and those things are my best friend. I'm not disregarding you. I'm looking right at my friends, and I thank you for doing so. The Lord, hidden from you, the best I can do without forcing the force is cursing with your horse. Yeah, that moment when you don't force the force but curse with your horse instead. Are you having a stroke? You could be having a stroke. Melt, release the files already. Sheesh. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'll release the files. With my global control that I have. I swear I have gotten this card before too. Holy, I think you have. I think you've pulled it like twice before. You've asked a few times. Roman, love is true. Are you a skater boy? Oh yeah, technically I am. What is this live about? Can I get a shout out? No. Oh my goodness, I just saw that username. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why your message didn't come through. Funny shortened clips. Hi. Can you give a shout out? What is a shout out gonna do? Like, who am I shouting you out to? Shouting you out to my own community? Or do I just go like, funny shortened clip? Is that shouting it out? Do I have to shout your name? Do I like open the door and you just go, oh my god? I never really got the shout out fractal. I feel like I get it. Maybe I get it. Maybe you're trying to grow your channel or something, right? Maybe my shout out could gain you an extra subscriber. Maybe you do gain a bunch of extra subscribers by doing that. However, what I've noticed, the only thing that gets you subscribers is time. You have to keep showing up, right? And you have to keep adding value. And I think that value needs to be consistent in a way where a person can kind of know what it is they'll get if they do subscribe to your channel, all right? And it's been hard for me to do that, despite the fact that I think nothing changed. But clearly something is changing. There's always change afoot. So love to you. I can tell you that you can have love shouted at you at the very least. I'd like to think some of those famous people popping in our chat has better things to do than troll. Exactly. We got Tat here today saying, my wonders is why I am tired a lot, even though I have to wake up every morning at 4:30 to go to work. Today, my wife wonders why I'm tired a lot, even though I have to wake up every morning at 4:30 to go to work. Today she had to wake up at 4 for an appointment, and she is miserable. Just had to share. Yeah, Tat. It's maybe good that she does have that other side of the perspective. I'm sorry that you've been dealing with that, right? I'm sure that your wife loves you a lot, right? And she probably doesn't want you to be tired as her partner. And maybe she feels like you could have been more present for her if you were more energized or something, right? I'm sure there's an ego reason for her to call to awareness how tired you are, right? Like there's something that she probably feels like might be affected by your tiredness. And then for her to experience it as well, right? Now the best thing that you can do is almost like give her what you need, right? When she comes back home from her appointment too. I know you will, Tat. Love is true. Some Roblox energy in chat today. Yeah. To know that you're not AI. I mean, like if I'm AI, I'm like really sophisticated. If I'm AI, everybody needs to be terrified. Like right now. Start getting scared. Because part of me wants to just start like fucking emoting, start hitting a jiggy, start fucking nay. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I can literally feel my consciousness being like, oh yeah, I'll fucking spam buttons. So can AI do this? Today during stream, I am not cooking for a change. Instead, I am restringing and polishing my guitar. Nice. That's pretty cool. Restringing and polishing one's guitar. Is it that guitar? Dan told us a story about his childhood, where he wished, yeah, he wished to have a guitar, a nice one at that, expensive one, really expensive one. And then his parents, upon him asking for this guitar, was like, "How about nah? How about we buy you a lawnmower instead, and then you can start earning the money that it would require to buy the guitar that you want." And Dan, being the stand-up guy that he is, was like, "Bet," and he did so. Got a grass, got a monies. And then when he reached the halfway mark of what his guitar cost, his family matched the other half, and he got that guitar. And is it that guitar that you are restringing and polishing right now, Dan? I am curious. Love is true. Damn, that one hit, brother. I have been on the fear fractal. Seeing the light in the dark takes focus, but I will try my best. Now that I am 25-year-old Unk. It happened quick, huh? When we started joining the space, you were still a kid, or you were still a 20-year-old, still a 19-year-old, still just starting college. And now we're turning Unk. Oh, I'm gonna turn 28 in like less than a month. How did that happen? I was like 18, like just to go. All right, and then quickly, a decade just passes, and I am old man 5,000. Good thing I've been taking care of myself. Oh goodness, if I haven't been doing yoga every day for the last 5 years, I'm pretty sure I'd, you know, be decrepit. don't don't look at me like that. I'm poking fun at my own ego self. I'm being like, come on, you should be doing more. Stop. I'm doing enough. Like I feel the version of myself being like, "Oh yeah, you're doing enough," and then it's like, go and look at your stats and goes, it's like, stop, stop being so mean, myself. My stats are fine. My stats are fine. I need to get my steps up. That's the big thing for me. I have been doing squats. I've been doing like squats every 45 minutes. Apparently, it's better to do squats every 45 minutes. Like the health markers are better doing squats every 45 minutes, 10 squats every 45 minutes, than it is to walk more than 10,000 steps a day. Right? And I've not been getting more than 10,000 steps a day consistently. So I've been doing squats about it. But my metrics, this device doesn't know that. It doesn't know that I'm doing all of these squats. So it's like giving me, it's like, yeah, you're fine. Meanwhile, my legs are exploding, and it doesn't know. It doesn't know. Hopefully, one day it'll figure it out. Oh shit! Wait, I forgot, y'all. I have some good news. You're gonna share some good news with us, Dan? I'm curious. On Wednesday, I got a chat from my senior director, manager, and my coworker Jeff about being Jeff's assistant in an upcoming virtual machine wars project. I'm guessing that's what you mean with VM. Then the next day, Jeff announced his resignation. So I will not be assisting. I will be leading the project. My company is going to pay me to take classes and a virtual machineware exam. I think this is all heading towards a promotion in about a year. Can I get your old job, Dan? We have talked about this, Dan. You did say that you could get me a GRB. I think it's time. I think you need to start sending me the stuff that I need to know. Maybe you can send me some course material, and then I can get started, bro. Because I'm still gonna have to wait a while before I'm allowed to work, and I might as well upskill, upskill while I wait or something, dude. Because GVs, waiting has definitely. It was like one of those things that I wish. Like this is actually a part of what's inspired today's stream topic. I remember a while ago there was a conversation had in stream about being a house husband, right? And I remember being very vocal about the fact that I think I could be. I could be a good house husband, right? And now I literally am one. And I would like to believe I'm a good one. However, I don't know if I can only do that, right? It's like I got what I wished for, and now I'm like, can I wish for something else? Can I wish for some more, please? So I will not be assisting. Love you again. Virtual machine exam? The fuck? Yeah, dude. Arnold, most of, especially, and I trust, and I think, I'm kind of projecting, but I think Dan works in like cybersecurity a little bit. And in cybersecurity, you want more virtual machines than not, right? Technically, you want extra air gaps. If I'm AI, everyone needs to be scared. You guys, Star Trek was super clear about how we treat people, regardless of how they exist. Yeah, it's true. I was more sharing about like if AI is at the point where it can create an image of a person like myself, and then it can engage with an audience to the point where they are confused whether or not what they're seeing is AI or not. And people have been calling me AI and green screened literally since RPAN days, right? So there definitely has been a theme. I think it's probably going to continue. People will, like in the far future, they'll see the fact that I've been showing up for thousands upon thousands of days, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is AI. This guy is AI. Must be. This must be AI." And in a weird way, I will also be not making it easier for them to not believe that because I will build AI, and it will be like me, right? And that way, it's gonna be a weird. It's gonna be weird. As soon as it gets good enough that you cannot tell if it's me or not, that's where things get a little bit scary, right? Just from the perspective of like, what do you trust? Do you trust anything? Can you trust anything? Weirdly enough, we're gonna have to go to crypto. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go to like systems like Midnight. Midnight is a project built on Cardano. It's built with like privacy systems, and it also has like federated design where it allows AIs to essentially work in that environment, right? And you're like, how is crypto gonna help us deal with AI? It's verification, right? Like if there is a block upon a block upon a block of information, and you can encode information into those blocks, you can verify where your information came from, right? Instead of it just being like, trust me, bro, you can be like, well, this conglomerate, this science company that has all of these AIs, that have all of these sensors, that have all of this spit that you've sent us, is going to analyze your spit, and then it's going to find whatever it needs to know, and then it's going to, in a private sense, because that's what Midnight allows you, is like in a private sense, put that information on the system, and then you can, prompt it. You can ask what your information is. You probably will have an AI that is on your side as well, talking to the system, almost like on your behalf, but yeah. Yeah, living in the future. Hopefully we get to not needing money soon though. Right? Go full Star Trek. We're probably gonna have to build synthesizers before we get there. But I don't think that's more than 1,000 years away. Right? And I am checks watch. Yep. I still got a few thousand left in me. And if you're admitting that negative input affects their responses negatively, then we're de facto admitting that being kind to them would be better. Be better about AI, folks. Be nice to your machines. I'm scared. Arnold, don't be scared. Don't let yourself be in a state of fear, right? Scared is kind of like, for me at least, like a warning, like a little pilot light, a little canary in the coal mine, right? If you find yourself starting to get scared, that's an extra opportunity to grow more curious. I find, right? Grow more curious. Try and understand why it is you're scared. Dan says, it is that guitar melt, and if I get this promotion, my treat yourself item will be a Gibson. Oh! Isn't the Les Pauls Isn't the Les Pauls like really disgustingly expensive? Like $10,000 guitars. Maybe it's a specific Les Paul, but I'm sure it's gonna still be not cheap. An ebony finish. Google it, Melt. It looks like the grand piano of electric guitars. Man, where did I put my? And I know where it is. Be right back. Carrie, Carrie said hi, and I think they donated or sent a little gift on the stream as well. That's nice of you, Carrie. It's raining outside. Yeah. A Gibson Les Paul with an ebony finish. With an ebony fidget. With an ebony finish. Oh my goodness. Oh my double goodness. I just saw the price of these guitars as well. I was like, oh wow, that's hot. And then I saw they cost between $5,000 and $8,000. And I was like, you're gonna pay the amount you could pay for a car for a guitar? You wanna like splurge a bit more? You wanna pay $25,000? Look at this one. For as little as $25,000, you could get this Eldritch weapon. Look at that thing. Oh my. For only $25,000? Wow. But this is the one he's talking about. Which is the one? Oh, Les Paul. I think this is the one you're talking about. You did talk about the piano black version of a guitar. It is nice. It is really clean looking, Dan, man. All power to you, bro. I hope that you like your new guitar. I'm gonna open chat. This man's finally gonna get a job. One of these days, bro. One of these days, even me will have a job. Oh, and 2 jobs even. I'll even do 3 jobs. Technically, I already have 3 jobs. I'll do 4 jobs. 5 jobs. Watch. Then I'll employ machines. 6 jobs, 7 jobs. And then the machines will employ me to do the 8th job. and then we'll do job squat melt. I should probably. I'll get an alarm again in like about 20 minutes. That's going to tell me to squat again. Squat melt. Thank you for the floating heart, Carrie. Again. I'll be handing in my resume so you don't get the promotion. How dare you? Do you fart in a different language? I fart in something called Afrikaans, so it's like a little bit more coarse, a little bit more like to the point. It's very clear what's happening, Technically, my farts are really quiet. They're supposed to be. If I fart and it makes a sound, I say oops. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. I actually say like oopsie. Ask Jo how she knows. Oh, this man, love is true. Everyone farts in the universal language, Esperanto. I can't tell who's a meme chatter sometimes. It's hard. Thanks, McDonald's, for the chips. It's a Les Paul standard melt. You're not looking at the right one. It's $2,400 for the one I'm gonna get. Okay. Yeah, I think the ones that I'm looking at is all customs. A Gibson Les Paul standard. Ebony finish. Yeah, you see, I did say, there's my squat alarm. And just because Nancy called me out, squats. I mean, you want to see maximum cursed? All right. We'll do like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. Squats Bodanius. Open, I say. I say to me musles, open and channel glucogen. into my muesli. So I haven't actually eaten any sugar, but still. Sorry you had to see that. Standard. This one. Yeah, 2,600 dara. That's a bit. Is that the one you're getting? Still hot. Still really nice. There you go. There's the full body. That looks like a sick guitar, dude. Looks really sick. I get it. I get the appeal. You know, when I was a kid, I used to look at guitars a lot. I wanted one so bad, but I couldn't for the life of me convince my dad to get me my own. He was like, we have guitars at home, kind of thing. And it is true. We did have guitars at home. I just didn't want to play his guitars. All right. Because he would take his guitars with him when he'd travel sometimes. I'd be like, bro, even me wants guitar too. But then he was like, you have to learn first. And then I started learning. And like putting pressure on my tips of my fingers like that, could never get past it. So maybe it's for the best. Maybe he knew something I didn't. Yeah. Good old dads. Like a champion, Mel. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, thank you. Love is true. Pop. Okay. You forgot the standard. It matters a lot. Think I got it now, right? Tell me if you saw the right one. Taking a break from groundskeeping for the wedding reception later today. Just saw my godchild. She's excited. Hoops. That's wholesome. Who's getting married, bro? Tell us about it. Then I don't know a lot about guitars. Why Gibson over Fender or SG? Wonder if he's going to tell us. We will get through this with or without the machines. Yeah, this is true. That I believe as well. I do think we're going to get through this with or without the machines. Oops. It is just a matter of... it's a matter of wanting the help. You know what I mean? I genuinely think we can use all the help we can get. People are having a hard time. Google the right one. Thumbs up. Thanks. It is nice. Tastes like... Tastes like nice. You want to tell us? You want to tell us a little story, Sam? You want to tell us a little story? Me like nudging Sam. Like, come on, Sam. Sam, tell us something. Tell us something about what I've been wishing for a long time. Wrong. Darren is here too. Sam, we treat people with respect. If we don't evolve, AI will not be used in a sane manner. It's a good point you make. Hoopty hoops. No, Sam is just a realist. Same out, Dan says. It feels good to be at a point in life where I can set goals to acquire those instruments. If I ever have kids, they're gonna inherit the whole collection. That's super wholesome. Yeah, guitars is one of those things where you do end up with a collection of them. You should get yourself an EUC as well, Dan. That's another goal, right? I want to write EUCs with you at some point. Me too, Sam. Want to tell us a little story? A little story about a device that makes a clicking sound, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, you were like, it's on its way. Oh, hey, were you just looking that way? Oh, wow, I was looking this way the whole time. It's nice to see you again. Mm-mm-mm-mm. We treat people with respect. Sam goes, Hoop, I asked this with the greatest possible respect. Since when? Since fucking when? When did we start treating people with respect? That's a good line, Sam. There definitely is a lot of disrespect going on. Right? For me, the biggest disrespect, I used to have a YouTube Premium account. Right? And YouTube is a fair part of my life. Big surprise. Right? And now that I'm living in the States, the YouTube Premium account that I was on doesn't work anymore. And for me to start the YouTube Premium account, I have to set my location in my Google Play Store to be the States. And in order to do that, I need to sign up a American bank account slash card to my PayPal account. No, not my PayPal account, my Google Play account. And in the attempt to do so, my card gets blocked because they see it as a fraudulent charge. And then upon getting the fraudulent charge call, they let me know that my card has in fact been frauded and someone tried to steal $300. Tried. The transaction was flagged right from the get-go, so they didn't actually take the money out of the account. But I've literally had that card 2 weeks, a week or something. I've used it a single time at the local store to buy a bag of coffee beans. Like, how? How? I really am like flabbergasted and appalled with like, how did they get my information? So my card got canceled, and now I'm like still trying to get a like a premium account again. Right, and now that I don't have a premium account, like this is where the point is going because I do have a point. The amount of ads, the amount of ads that they're like shoving into my eyeballs, I feel disrespected. I'm like, starts fucking breathing heavily, like legit starts breathing heavily for some of the ads that I have to like endure. Because now, like I don't put ads on my channel. I hope you friends know that on purpose. I don't monetize these videos so that if you do want to watch my stuff and you don't have a premium account, you won't get interrupted every fucking 2 minutes or whatever. It feels like it's every 2 minutes. I'm trying to watch like a 17-minute video, educational video about, the current petrodollar collapse, the American companies being the ones that are scooping the hardest right now, but they're basically like ransacking the world for as money as they can get right now because they realize we are in an energy transition. This whole thing is accelerating the energy transition because people do want to know where their energy comes from. They don't want to rely on some place deciding that your energy is no longer allowed towards your home, right? Like that's just like, what? The sun is shining. There's like more energy than we can fathom, more energy than we can ever consume in our lifetimes, right? It's just like bzzz in your general vicinity, bzzz, bzzz, and we're like, oh, energy. Let's make everything twice as expensive, right? And I'm just like trying to learn. I'm just trying to grow, become more aware of the world and why things are the way they are. And then every 2 minutes, I'm like, and at this point I'm washing dishes, right? So my hands are getting wet, and then I have to like try and dry my hands and freaking hit the skip button. And then after I hit the skip button, they put a little bobule that I have to then click the button and then click dismiss. Disrespect. Oh my goodness. Fucking disrespectful. Start screaming. I get it. I get it. I get it. They're a company. They have servers. The content creator probably can, like, you can choose how many ads you want to have shown on your videos. You can choose very granularly. You can be like, maybe just one, maybe as much as you can. And some people's like, do as much as you can, please. What a fractal. You know, disrespect can show up in many ways. And like, on this note, right, since I came to America, SoundCloud no longer lets me play all of the music I've been playing the whole time because I'm in America. Now that I'm in America, the only way for me to play my own playlist is to pay per month. And then I was like, okay, fine. I love my music. I'll pay. That's fine. Pays for it. And then every single time, let's see, watch. Watch. It's gonna happen right now, I'm sure. I hope I don't get bamboozled. But every single time I open the app now, okay, nice. Maybe it's performance anxiety. But for the last like almost like 7 times of opening the app, maybe it's a first time thing. Maybe it was open in the background. Okay, all right. I'm sure they're listening. Fucking tech companies. The disrespect, right? Like, it starts making you suspicious. It's like, these people are out to get me, aren't they? These fucking assholes, right? But this app has been like, despite the fact that I've paid, every time I go onto the app, it's like, have you considered paying more? We saw that time you paid that every month. How about you paying more every month? And then you get what's already there, but we let you have it, And I'm like, I think I would like to scream. I think I'm gonna start screaming. I'm gonna start screaming. But instead, I start breathing. Sometimes heavily, and the heavy breathing calls me to awareness, and then breathing softly. And then eventually I can bring myself back to center. Respect myself, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So the Fender Stratocaster and Telecaster are a single coil setup, which provide a brighter, crunchier, and, especially with the Strat, tangier tone. The single coil in the Fender guitars and on the SG also picks up a lot of noise, like the 60 Hz hum from the guitar amp. A Les Paul typically has a double coil humbuckers that buck the hum or cancel out that noise. The double coils also create a thicker, warmer, and heavier tone. That is interesting, Dan. And I understood that. The fact that it's called a humbucker bucks the hum. I kind of like that part. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. It is cool. It is cool. It the part of me that understands the way noise cancellation works, right? That you can output, opposing frequencies, and in order to understand which frequencies are coming in, you can have a bunch of different microphones. They even put a microphone inside of your ear to listen to the nothing inside your ear versus the outside, right? And then they can use all of that stuff to literally put wave frequencies that you don't want there into the feed that comes into your ear directly. All right, and you can get noise canceling earphones these days for hundreds, $100, between 100 and 300 bucks, right? So the fact that you can have a multi-microphone array and a processor chip and the speaker technology to combine all of that, as a basically latency-less output versus how our guitars that we have right now. Hey Google, when was the electric guitar with the coils, the single pickup coils, first made? 1931. You see, like that's exactly the feeling I was having inside. I was like, oh, this tech is old, isn't it? Like when you talked about just putting two coils and how just having an extra coil there means that you have way more range, right? Like it's literally that's how it works. All right. The first commercially successful electric guitar with single coil pickups was the Ropatin frying pan. It was created in 1931 by George Beauchamp and Adolf Rickenbacker. It utilized a horseshoe magnet designed to capture string vibrations, eventually hitting the market in 1932. That was quick. Jeeps. They're like, this is neat. 1 year later, they bring it to market. Okay. I wonder, you think we'll ever go towards like microphone technology or even just like direct sensor? Like I'm almost thinking like magnets, right? Having positionometers, kind of like put a bead. Maybe that's gonna change the sound. I mean, you can make the bead small. Yeah. Put a bead on the guitar string and then have. I guess that is what the coils are as well, technically, right? Getting into guitar nerd stuff. You want to tell us a little story? A little story about a device that makes a clicking sound. This is a wonderful mouse. It fits perfectly in the palm of my hand. It's wireless. Its battery lasts for friggin' ever. 10 out of 10. It was a great buy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm sorry. So, like, Sam that sent the text that she does love it, right? Something that I've been hyping about, anybody that loves breathing what the earth has created. And once they do so without the guilt that comes potentially with maybe it not being the best for your body, on a molecular level, where you can create bigger particulate that's harmful versus the small particulate that vapor kind of contains. And there is this bias in me because I was even not sold at first. All right. And then there was this almost like aha moment. And seeing friends have that aha moment is special to me. And the fact that she allowed me this story again, I had to like do a little bit jig. so you can see the excitement. Makes me so happy. There's a whole science to it. It's always thought it was cool as well. It's true. So my Dynavaps arrived yesterday. I got an M7 and a B2 on the 420 sale, and it saved about $60 on them. Nice. The vape hits me like flavored air, and it's hard to tell if I've done it right until I started flying. Yeah, that is the thing, right? Because the experience, like what happens with like the old way we used to do it when there's so much carcinogens involved is it literally puts a body load on you, right? Like you're inhaling stuff that's so thick that your body literally goes into a state of like, oh, I need to now process mucus this stuff out of myself again, kind of thing, right? Versus when it's vapor, your body doesn't have to go through that, so you don't get that initial and then because you don't get that, you're like, did I do it right? And then suddenly you get the actual experience. That is the headiness, right? that comes with it. And yeah, welcome. Welcome. I wish I could consume flowers soon. Soon I see Gobbledygoo with a big smile on his face. Soon I see him in the meantime making the most of his dreams, his razor sharp clarity. You have been using that almost like as a power for a while now, bro. I look forward to the time being right. Part of me is like glamorizing the idea of like getting to smell the flowers together. You were no longer consuming, are you, Goop? I remember you saying something about it. It's a job thing. There's an onboarding test at my new job, and I haven't been conducted yet. It's 7 weeks in. I'm making the money and working overtime. Just test me already. You could always eat a chrysanthemum gum. It's true. It's true. You could. I think there's better flowers to eat. Right? Apparently, you can eat red bud flowers. I've eaten some, and I am still here. William literally brought me some. We were like walking around his property, and that's the friend that we saw. At the friend's place we stayed over, and I call him friend because he's a friend to me now, but he was actually the Airbnb host. I think that's the more apt term. And then he walked us around his property, and like he'll point at flowers and like, oh, you can eat those, you can eat those. And then at some point we kind of like walk apart, and he goes somewhere, but we're still in the same area. And then he comes back with a handful of uh, red blossoms. They're little purple looking or pinkish purple looking, but they're red blossoms, right? It's like, you can eat these too. And he goes, and I'm like, okay. Eating flowers that an old man gave me. Like, okay, like I trust you. I could have been poisoned, but I wasn't. I wasn't, yes. And I feel like it's kind of wholesome. Oh, consuming the flowers. I've had my card in full stolen, Melt. I know that sucky feeling. I'm sorry to hear that. Hoopty hoops. I just wish I knew. The fuck? Maybe they're putting you through a probationary period of some kind. You look relaxed and you radiate chillness. The positivity is overwhelming. I do feel pretty relaxed. Feel pretty chill. I'm happy to be here with you, friends. It's raining outside. It's perfectly comfortable inside. Like, love is true. It's nice to have you here with us. Hackers ruling the net must be. Yeah, 60 days prohibition. But they wanted to batch me with other new hires. So, two started this week, and the lady didn't schedule the test before the holiday. I'm not bitter about it or anything. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit rough. I mean, again, like they're, as you said, bro, like you are an employee. Like you're already there. You've already proven that you are a person that adds value, right? And you're not going to discontinue to add value because you value not only your own life, but also your own pride in what it is you do, right? So this is who we are. This is who we are, despite the fact that we go and eat flowers, right, in our own time. You're allowed to taste the bitter of the flowers too, right? Even that is the flavor that we can have. Goddamn Janice. I didn't just have my best harvest yet in January that I haven't been able to sample. Dude, come listen to what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. You have everything you need if you just believe. Stick it in the mail, Gab. I'll test it for you. I know, Dan, but consider you just started cultivating successfully, and one person is keeping you from enjoying your bounty. Yeah, it's like the amount of work that you've put in. Maybe this is the universe like cosmic giggling you, Goo. Where it's like giving you some extra space to be like, you're gonna really appreciate it. Really. It's gonna be the thing you appreciate the most in the world. So maybe Janice is You know, actually an angel. Sent by Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna go and check on Zoe. What's up, Zoe? What's up, bro? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, Zoe. You want out? You want out, Zoe? Hey, come on. Come on. Hey, Zoe. Hey, you sweetie birdie. Hi. What you doing, sweetie birdie? What you been doing? What you been doing, sweetie?
Hello.
Hello, Zoe. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Wow. Want out? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Oh, what a birdie. Hello, Zoe. I think when I come and sit here, he basically wants to go there. You want to go outside? Is that what you want? Do you want to listen to the rain fall on the roof a little bit? Maybe that is what he wants. He's like, bro, I'm seeing rain out there, but I can't hear it properly. Hello, Zoe. You want to go check on the rain? What a good girl. You want to step up? No? Come on. Okay. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Ooh, listen to the beautiful rain out here. Ooh. Wow. Is that nice?
Hello.
You don't want to go up there? He like puts his little foot on the stick and then puts his foot back on me. You want out? You want to go into the rain? You want to go in the rain?
Want a cookie?
You want a cookie? Are you looking at those sunflower seeds? Okay, I'll give you some. I'll give you like a few. Okay, you can have like a few of them. Here. There you go. Yeah. Is that nice? Wow, it's beautiful out here, huh? It's like really pretty out here actually. Like it's so pretty. Wow. 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 You want some more? You want to go back inside? He's like really trying to get me to take him back inside. What's up? What's up? You want more cookies? You want to step on here? There you go. There you go, Zoe. Sorry about that. You want to see what I just looked at? And I was like, oh my goodness, it's pretty. Don't judge. We've been doing spring cleaning since I found new homes. There's a Zoe Burby. And then like this is what I saw as I opened the door. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh. Who did that? Who did that? It's so green. It's so green, Zoe. It's so green. You want to come step up? There you go. There you go, Zoe. Oh. Let me close this thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna. Can I close the door? I'm missing hands. He doesn't really like the camera much. You step up here again? No? You want to step up there? That's probably where he wants to go. There you go. Good girl. Sweet. Should we do it like that? I think we should. I'm barely on the shot, Zoe. I'm barely on the shot. I'm better. Yeah, winning. Winning, Zoe. Is it beautiful out there? So green. It's so green. The world is becoming alive again. Getting to see the full transition like this.
Hello.
Hello, Zoe. Which cultivate? There we go. However, this is the best job I've ever had, and I will indeed ball out of control about it within a few years. And that's the way it is, bro. It's like the short-term pain for the long-term gain kind of thing, right? Goob, it's time you start to see through the fog of lies the Jedi has built about you, around you. Let me help you know the subtleties of the Force. How about you force yourself subtly onto me? Hey, hey, it's a family-friendly channel, okay? This is family-friendly. We have burb, we got dog, we got people dressed and stuff. Yo, can you believe that, Zoe? Can you believe that? Wow. There you go. Yeah, you chillax and say hello. Yeah, you say hello and stuff. Yeah.
What a good girl.
You are a good girl, Zoe. You really are. So precious. So precious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You precious, precious.
What a good girl.
You are a good girl. Melty. Melty, he says they cancel out noise of a double coil by setting the polarity of the magnets and each coil to be the opposite of each other. Neat. That way, it's almost like it has a baseline. It doesn't get the same amount of interference from other sources, like 60 hertz electricity, because it already has its polarity set against something stable. Neat. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, don't you think? Don't you think that's cool? Yeah? I think that's cool. It makes sense.
What a good girl.
What a good girl you are. What are you seeing? What's that? Oh, I saw a birdie. What's that? Did you see that? Did you see those birdies? Wow. Wow, they're pretty out there. Hello. I remember, says Hoopy, that when Batman uses noise cancellation to beat Venom. I don't remember that one. But that sounds like something Batman would do. You know, that Batman with enough prep time would be able to use noise cancellation to beat a bad guy. I believe that. I believe something like that. What? 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 You just talking with me? Yeah? You just talking? Say anything? Hello. Hello, Zoe. Hello. Hello, Zoe.
What a good girl.
You are a good girl. Yeah, you really are.
What a good girl.
What a good girl. He's like, you need to pay attention to me. And then watch. Whoa! Watch, as soon as I try to like read chat, he's gonna be like,
Hello.
hello. Hello. Look, he says, I studied electrical engineering and I still have understanding. I still have understanding of magnetic flux. Have a hard time understanding it. He has a hard time understanding magnetic flux. Yeah, especially on the range. You want a cookie? If you want a cookie, you're gonna have to go bye-bye. You're gonna have to go bye-bye if you want a cookie.
What a cookie.
You do want a cookie? You wanna go bye-bye? Yeah? Come on. Runs away. Yeah, this is how it is. He's like, yeah, I want cookie, but I also want to stay here, he says. If I feed you here, you will put a bunch of almond crumbs up in between these crevasses of this material, which I would like not be stoked about. I wouldn't be too stoked about that, Zoe.
Want a cookie?
I trust you do. I believe you. I believe you completely, Zoe. But if you want a cookie, we're gonna have to go bye bye, step up, go bye bye, and I'll give you a cookie. But you can just stay here as well and just chillax. That's also fine. Yeah, you can just chillax. And then after you're ready to go bye bye, then you can get cookie. But in the meantime, just chillax. We can be nice and chill. Yeah.
No.
Yep. I love that hoops. You know.
No.
You know how they came up with the distortion. I don't know actually. I don't know how they came up with the distortion. But here, you wanna go bye? He's like thinking about it. Huh? What do you think? Is this worth more than cookie to you? Ooh, that's a good scratch. That's a good scratch. Wow. 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 That's a good scratch. Wow, it looked good. I can see the particulate floating in the air.
What out?
You went out? Come on. You gonna lick me? Oh, you picked my scab? Thank you. Thank you for picking my scab off of me. That's nice of you. You wanna try and pick it some more? Thank you. That's nice. That's nice. I appreciate you caring. I have like this, got like a little cut. Like that's how sensitive his eyes are. Like he's like locked in. He can see the fact that I have a little hurt spot there, and he just picked. You see that little dry spot where the skin is a bit more white? There was a scab there that he just picked off of me. Thanks, Zoe. Like you're not actually supposed to pick scabs technically, but I know you had good intent. Yeah, you were just being nice.
What?
Come on. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Are we going somewhere? Maybe I should stack you a walnut. Do I have? I think I have some walnuts left for you. You want me to do that for you? Yeah? We'll make you a little bit more in the center focus. Yeah. I'm gonna go and get you a walnut stuffed with peanut butter. Well, not stuffed with it. More just like kind of put in the crevasse. I'm actually quickly gonna take a pair of pliers to this walnut. I'm gonna take a pair of pliers to this walnut. Are you hiding from the camera? You're like the main focus, Zoe. You're like the entertainment right now, bro. You're the live streamer. You're actually now the live streamer, dude. Get wrecked. I'm gonna quickly go and make some more void. Yeah, look at you, Zoe. Look at you. Wonder if I can do it like this. If that way, he'll be less sussed out by the camera. Oopsie. What? Pretty cool. Universe is definitely poking me in the ribs. It does that sometimes, huh? Just enough for you to become aware. What? What? I'm gonna break this walnut and stuff. I'm gonna break this walnut and stuff for you, dude. I'm gonna be back in a second. I hope that bird is not doing anything sussy bossy. What's up? What's up, Zoe? Look, oh, I finished this thing. Let me see if I can get it. Now it has more of a void in it. Man, it like just, whoa, it's switching lenses. Why is it doing it like that? Now I'm going to put some all natural, one ingredient peanut butter in his wheelnut. Hello. I'm getting you a cookie. One of these good ones. These ones that you like. Those ones that you stay busy with for like 30 minutes. Hello, Zoe. Him being like all sneaky back there. I'm bringing you this cookie, bro. What I do is I put some peanut butter in the crevasse.
Hello.
Hello. I'm almost done. You are a good girl, Zoe. Okay. Hey, squat time. Bah. Bah. Oh, bah. Bah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's being sneaky. He's definitely being a sneaky guy. Are you sneaking around? Are you sneaking? Are you doing a sneaky? You being sneaky? Look! Look, this cookie here. Oh. He's like, I don't think I need cookie. I think I found a place I can make a nest. He goes, I think this is a place to make nests. I think I could make a nest here. Okay. You serve yourself, bro. He does get a little bit antsy when he's in this state. Come on, look at this. What's this? You see that cookie? Huh? Come on. Come on. You can only get this if you come outside, though. You can only get this if you come outside. He will also go for the dog food if I don't check him. You see the way his feathers are raised? He's getting all antsy. All right? Like when they get into like a nesting kind of mood, they get very defensive over their space. Now he's like trying to bait me into giving him head scratches. Because he's like, oh, I could eat you. I could eat you. I'm gonna eat you. See, now he's gonna maybe show me how strong he is by biting material or something. You gonna show me? Huh? You strong? Are you strong? Are you a strong birdie? There you go. You calming down? Because you're seeing me just talking to you? You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's a good one. Yeah. If you had to build a nest, you could totally build it here, bro. You could. You could, but I am watching you, so you don't eat the dog food. I'm still watching you. Look at this. Look at this. You think you want to trade? You want to trade? Huh? You think you like this? Yeah. You now have to come and step up. Huh? He's like, no, I don't want to step up. I'd rather bite something. I'd rather bite something than step up. Freaking. You see, he's like, look at how hard I could bite you. I could like fuck your shit up if I wanted. I could totally do that. You could, but why would you do that? You wouldn't want to do that to me, would you? Would you, Zoe? I've been like such a good guy, yo. I'm such a good guy, bro. Like I was like stuffing you a walnut and stuff even. I'm stuffing you a walnut. Okay, I'm gonna do that, alright? I'm gonna stuff you a walnut. Melt, FYI, despite mean not understanding. Today's my godchild's wedding. That's wholesome. Love is true. Is he sneaking up on me? Are you sneaking up on me right now? This is what it's like getting stalked by a dinosaur. Oh my goodness. He's coming for me. Are you coming for me? Woo! You better not sneak up on me, dude. You being a good girl? You wanna come and step up? There you go. Here you go, look at this. You want that? Is that gonna be good? You give a kiss? Mwah. Okay. Let's take you back. Good girl. Enjoy your cookie. Enjoy your cookie, Zoe. Let me put some birdies eating stuff video on for you instead of just... There you go. Have fun with your friends. You want to see what his room is like? You want to see what the bird lives like? His cage is a little bit filled with wood pieces right now because he's been going at that stick. Yeah. He has that one. Creating a long perch. He actually really loves that perch. And then he'll walk on that stick. That's where he's been chopping at it. He'll walk from that stick onto this one, or sometimes down onto that one, over usually to this one. That is his favorite spot. He's licking his walnut. You basically put like pieces of peanut butter in that walnut and he'll just like have the time of his life, holding it with one hand, eating it like a little ice cream. And then there's his TV, where he's just watching like one of those streaming channels that feed the birds. It's pretty wholesome. And then he watches. He actually does watch. And then he also has, like, of course, a view out of the window that he likes watching too. All right, Zoe. You be a good girl now, okay? Sweet. Back to the regularly scheduled show. Hey. Let me get this one too. I think this one is on the comments that I last read. Okay. Are humbuckers proprietary to Gibson, or people put humbuckers on a fender? Originally it was, but the patent expired a long time ago. They still have all of the manufacturing and like almost like the industrial development of that tech. So even if the patent is now available for you to catch up with the production and the scale and the cost reductions that come with scale kind of thing, it's hard to try and outcompete. I see the coils are wound to pick up just the frequency band that the guitar strings express themselves. In the reverse polarity cancels out everything else by pushing it out away in all directions. Okay. Worked in a different way than I thought it would. Almost like, creating like a little dome for it to stay pure in. Dang. Link Ray poked holes in the amp for reverb. Crazy that people just thought of doing that, Gab. That's a lot of things about engineering that are fucking crazy that I can't fathom how someone just figured that out. It usually comes to them in dreams and then they experiment. Yeah, and you have to put yourself in the environment or be in the environment where you have access to experimentation, right? To like, you be thinking in that way and then you dream in that way. And then it's this, yeah, the cosmic, the Akashic records kind of thing, right? Sometimes an apple just hits you on the head. Goob, when I read what you wrote, it makes sense, but right, having the ideas and implementing it is something else entirely. Nancy, and hey Nancy, it's nice having you. Me and Joe was talking about you yesterday. We were on the beach, and like we were like trying to remember all of the things that we know about you. We were sending you love. Yeah, it's nice having you. Like, sorry for making it weird. Just know that you were considered and appreciated in this space, dear friend. Nancy, it relates to the principle of the Earth's magnetic field protecting us from space weather. Yep. Universe is definitely poking me in the ribs. Melt, love again. Thank you. Janice has twins that share my birthday. In spite of, hi, handsome boy. I'm from India. I know. Balag, Balaji, Nayak, namaste. I don't know if I'm saying the first two parts correctly, but it's nice having you here, Luna. Are you talking to the bird or to Melt? Yes. Yo, the back of the neck of the guitar, so much sweat gunk. Oh, this Melt Zoe relationship is the beak. Is the peak. Today's my godchild's wedding. Love again. Wonderful tooth. I went to my godson's wedding in Norway just last year. Norway is where you went. We literally were trying to remember where you went. You traveled alone, right, Nancy? Love is true. We're proud of you, friend. The rain sounds wonderful. I shoveled 30 centimeters of snow yesterday morning. I do not envy you. I'm so sorry, 30, like a whole ruler of snow. Just like Yossi. Burden, dope. Bird looks like he's stalking the doggo. I love the doggy. I had one just like that. Yeah, Schnauzer poodle or something. He's very chill, right? He's an old dude. He just liaises around, lays on the couch, sleeping basically. Just her saying, "What a good girl," and your reaction is hilarious. I don't know why. Yeah, he's it's a loop. It's a little brain loopy that he has, right? That it's almost like it's a way of him communicating what state he's in, right? And you uh, mirroring that state for him almost like affirms that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, or he's good. You're good. He's like, I'm being good, right? And you go, yeah, you're being good. And he's like, I'm being good. And like, you're good. Am I good? Still good, bro. And that's basically the relationship. I figured out that relationship with him. He does pretty much get everything he wants with me and him's relationship, right? I don't know if that's necessarily healthy. In the way that you know what that is. I think so because you saw like he was quiet for like the whole hour at the start of stream, right? And then he lets me know that okay, he wants a little bit of a change of pace, and then I'll give him a change of pace, and then I'll put him back in his space, right? I don't know if your friends have noticed, but he doesn't scream the same way anymore because it doesn't work. Mm-mm. You can scream all you want. I only listen to certain screams, right? Like, yeah, you have to scream the right way. You can't just scream unrelentingly. Just saying, good girl. Good morning, Nan. Wonderful, yes. Oh, hydrate. Hi, bro. I'm from India. I can't talk, bro. Sorry, I can't talk. Look at my age. Look your message. Looking to see. Still not understanding. Speaking of getting hit by an apple and discovering gravity, what I told you guys about Isaac Newton. Have I told you guys about Isaac Newton? He wasn't drinking it, he was tasting it and boiling it and breathing the fumes. Okay? I'm gonna stand by that then. Like even though technically he did drink potions, he still turned 84, right? People today eating, freaking vegetable based oil foods and copious amounts of sugar are happy if they get to live to like freaking 69, dude. Nice. He lived to 84 in the 1600s, in the 1700s. He lived to 84. That's impressive, despite the fact that he got a lot of mercury poisoning and hallucinated, and then became basically evangelical or not evangelical theologist. Kind of checks out. All of it checks out. It feels like there's a kind of science at play there, right? You got like what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, he got quicksilvered, purified, you know, turned gray. Again, just gonna do the work. I appreciate your acts of service, and we appreciate yours, dear Hoopty Hoops. I hope this wedding that you're at and are gonna go through is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for letting us be a part of your energy. I hope that this space has added even more good to your world and to that side of it. If I haven't mentioned Isaac Newton before, I really should fill you in because the world is dangerous and science is a liar sometimes. Dan, what's the connection? What's the connection? Are you offering a solution? Ah, there we go. That's a good question to ask. Actually, Hoops is like, okay, if science is a liar, who are we gonna listen to, right? Because I can promise you, science is gonna one up your knowledge more than not, right? You can be like, oh, I think, and then you think something, and then you can go and search. Is there any science corroborating or not corroborating my idea? And then you'll get answers, right? And sure, sometimes science is a liar, but you can have data, right? For instance, they did a study on coffee with 130,000 participants at Harvard. I think it's Harvard. Maybe science is a liar. And they basically determined that coffee reduces dementia risk because of its neuroprotective properties, right? And it does so by not allowing for the buildup of a certain type of protein. I think that's what the science says, right? And again, like that's a big study. And if you had to ask the layman, right, like, do you think drinking 3 cups of coffee a day every day is good for you? They'll probably be like, no, it couldn't be, right? Coffee makes you hyper, makes your heart beat faster, makes you go, go, go. That can't be good for you. And then the science is like, turns out, turns out it is good for you. So in that way, yes, the science can lie, but who are we gonna listen to? I don't consider myself an authority enough to be like, yeah, I know all the rules, and this is how you do them, and everything will be perfect. I am an active student, and I keep paying attention to what the science says about like how to take the best care of my body. And when I apply what the science says, I get positive output, right? Sleep my hours, keep my calories in a certain range, you know, do yoga. I don't do meditation as much anymore, to be completely honest. And then, have like a certain routine, a wellness routine, a hygiene routine. All of these things have data that corroborate like mental wellness and reduce depression and right? Because like GBs, we have to give ourselves a fighting chance out here, right? And the science helps just a little bit, helps me, helps my isms, right? Like I live in the world of facts, I think, more than I live in the world of opinions. I think I do have a bunch of opinions, uh, but I usually try and in some way or another, right? If you ask me about my opinion, more often than not, there's going to be some sort of fact based thinking attached to the opinion that I have. Mm-mm-mm. Dan, what's the connection? Is it a liar or is it sometimes misunderstood? Science is like saying Melt is married, but not including married to a woman. Science is not a liar, people are. Ooh, there we go. People can use science to lie. Now we're getting closer to the truth. Yes. Toasty is bringing in the wisdoms. That dad wisdom kicking in. Thanks, Toast. Yeah, science is not a liar. People are. Listen to no one, y'all. Carve your own path. This I agree with. If you want to eat ivermectin, then do it. Like you see, it lost me. Like we were on the right path for a second, and then we went like completely 180. Then do it. If you want peppers and onions in your pizza, then do it. But if you want to eat deep dish casserole, get the fuck out. Sorry, not sorry. Solidan. Love you, friends. This was fun. I feel like I'm very fulfilled. I'm listening to Zoe's actions. He's doing stuff in this cage. He's not just chilling out. I'm gonna go and spy on him. Let's see what he's doing. See if he's being up to no good. He's being chill. He just climbed down the side of his cage to go and pick up the walnut that he dropped. All right. It seems like we have reached the end today. I want to show you the flower I made yesterday. This is the wedding day flower. It's an important one to me. Like, I've been kind of like, maybe, I don't know if overemphasizing or like, it felt very important a task. And you know, when sometimes a task feels very important, that you get like all in your head about it, like the perfection anxiety kind of kicks in, and you're like, it has to be good, it has to be perfect. This is a special one. It's important. This is how it turned out. This is me, Jovan, and Sam, all in the same flower. Sam is actually the biggest part of the pixels, with the way that the cropping kind of like ended up working. She was like smack dab in the middle of the image. So yeah, we have now become something else. Loving the vector bloom aesthetic. Yeah. Vector bloom to you means when there are these like almost like layers peeling over itself. I haven't been using this effect in my art for a long time. And I'm pretty sure me and Joe had a conversation either on this day or close to this day about me using that to make my work. And so this one felt very apt to do so. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A whirlwind of happiness and happening swept me up and put me down right here to be able to make and share this flower. Thank you, Joe, for your support and for everything you do to make our home a safe one. Thank you, Sam, for your influence in our celebrations and coming together. Thank you, friends, for your shared hope. I look forward to all the more. More hope still to be shared. We're only just getting started, you say? Lovely. Lovely indeed. That program, what program do you use for your artwork? I use a program called OneLab. Let me show you what the icon looks like. There it is. OneLab. It's a one, the word one, as a cube. OneLab. The software that or the package that I use is the paid one, because I'm using it for my work, so I'm like I might as well pay for the software. And I think it was like $40. But if you're gonna get into it, it's worth it. You get really high file outputs as well. I think that's also a part of the premium plan where you get to like output 5K, like almost 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixel squares. Really high resolutions. They do come out at like 40 to 50 megabytes a pop though, so that's the other drawback. I am ready. I am ready to pull another card. Should I pull a card from this deck again? I am. I'm gonna pull a card from both decks though. I think that's what I feel called to. It's time for you friends and your collective influence to tell me when I am to stop. Stop. And she said it so. Oh yeah. I think we're matching colors again today. Not perfectly, but I still feel like we are matching colors on this card. And I'm not gonna show you yet. But it's a good one. It feels perfect. Literally perfect. It's I think one of the most important cards in the entire deck, even to Francine Hart herself. Right, the creator of it. Carnivorous Wolf. You want to send me another stop? I barely saw what's happening, but we'll pull one from this deck as well. Got it. Now I'm wondering which one to read first. I think I'll show you both, and then I'll read the Work Your Light one first. Because I feel like it's gonna be like we're gonna, and then we're gonna, you know what I mean? This is the cards we pulled. This is what I meant with the matchy, you know, the dark blues and the oranges and the reds. And it's the Firekeepers card. Right. On the front page of the book, and this is how you're gonna see how discolored my book has become because of all of the sun exposure. All right. It's one of the most important cards, I think, in the entire deck. The Firekeepers. We, I believe, truly, are the Firekeepers. We are keeping a certain fire of positivity, of hope alive in this space. And it's something that I cherish. It's something that's very valuable to me. And this card is Get Grounded. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives. Connect with nature. Connect with nature. Remembering as well that you are nature, right? Connecting with nature doesn't mean stop living in the city and go where the trees are, right? You are nature. Connect with nature. Right here. Right here. You don't have to go anywhere. Get grounded. Get grounded. So we're going to get grounded, and then we're going to light on fire. Keep the fire. You sorry about that, are being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pull this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Nature, Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to Mother Earth and her power. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree, for your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, and walk barefoot on the earth. I do believe you should do that. Every chance I get, I do put my bare feet on the earth. I'm struggling with that right now. Thanks, dude. Thank you. You are the one that got me to stop. And this is the card that we pulled. Connecting with nature. Do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. You want to hear how this next card melts into it? Card number 5, Fire Keepers. Fire Keepers. Man, I haven't made a dent in my coffee today. Neat. All right, more. I'm actually like literally putting hot liquids in my stuff as I'm getting ready to read this Firekeeper card. I'm gonna drink all of it. It's only burning me a little bit, okay? You can't keep fire without getting burned sometimes. All right. Firekeepers. Sacred responsibility and service. Fire is historically the source of protective warmth, light in the darkness, and heat for cooking, and was essential to the survival of original peoples. I don't know if you friends remember, but Connor, it's his birthday today, asked us to pull a card for him a little bit earlier. He's probably on his way, right? One of the things that he said is that it's been hard for him to see the light in the dark, right? And literally, that we pull the fire card, the Firekeeper's card afterwards. Fire is historically the source of protective warmth, light in the darkness, and heat for cooking, and was essential to the survival of original peoples. Firekeepers hold a sacred responsibility both for the physical survival and the ceremonial, spiritual protection of the community. Theirs is an essential and esteemed service. Triangles represent spirit, divinity, life, strength, harmony, and completion. The upward facing triangle is traditionally associated with fire, action, and the masculine. Three fires. Bop, bop, bop. Warming. Many hands invite you to warm to the understanding of these three levels of conscious personal mastery. Physical awareness being one, mental intention the second, and spiritual evolution the last. You are invited to become aware of the effects that your actions have on this physical plane. Are you inviting your bliss through your chosen vocation? We talked a little bit about jobs today as well, right? Both with Dan and with Gabs. Does your job contribute to the welfare of those around you as well as to your own needs? Engage your mind and reflect on how the responsibilities you have chosen contribute to the whole of humanity. How might you more effectively engage your intentions to set in motion your vision for the future? And then finally, explore your connection to spirit and request to be of greater service to divine will and the evolution of consciousness. This is a card of action. Recognize your sacred responsibility to help you bring into alignment with the purpose of your soul. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fire keeping, huh? Must keep fire. Must keep it burning. Little by little, every day we feed the fire of love. Little by little, by little by little. That's all it needs sometimes. But are you a tree hugger? Palms to the tree. I like that. Maybe I'll try it. Do. Actually do. Do go and touch a tree. Right? Yes, grounding and all of that stuff, which is cool. However, there's also something called VOCs, volatile organic compounds, that trees output into the air to kill things. Well, it just sterilizes the air, literally. Yeah. And it's good to breathe that stuff, actually, the science says. Hey, Google, you want to tell us about how trees output VOCs that basically sterilize the air around them? Trees emit biogenic volatile organic compounds such as photonicides, its terpenes and phenols, which act as a natural defense system in the world. These compounds exhibit potent antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral properties that actively inhibit the growth of microorganisms and pathogens in the surrounding atmosphere. Research suggests that inhaling these aerosols boosts the human immune system by increasing natural killer or NK cell activity. While sterilize is a strong term, the concentration of airborne bacteria in dense forests are significantly lower than in urban environments due to this constant chemical output. Right? So, getting close enough to touch a tree with your hands means you're close enough to be exposed to its volatile organic compounds. Right? You can go blasting into your face holes. And you don't want bacteria, you don't want fungi, and you don't want viruses inside your lungs. So go and breathe air made by trees. All right. Maybe it's not as easy when you're living in the city, and I get that, but I hope that you have access to a little park. Just go and sit under a tree a little bit, just for a moment. All right. Most VOCs are bad. That is super interesting. Yeah, yeah. Most VOCs are bad. All right. But the research shows that when you put people in forests, you can have like a very real effect on the body for up to a week later. You put them in a forest and then you measure their VOC, kind of like exposure, and then you get to see the tail effects of that up to a week later still. But it is true what you're saying, Darren. Technically, we don't want VOCs. We don't want VOCs, especially as they're created by like glue companies, right? I think let me like search that too, because what he said is true. You have like certain air filters that will like try and cut out VOCs, and when you filter your blood as well with like specialized techniques, they also try and get some VOCs out of you. Can you tell us? Can you tell me actually about VOCs and how there are good ones and how there are bad ones, and what distinguishes between them? All right. VOCs are a broad category of carbon based chemicals that volatilize or evaporate into the air at room temperatures. Because they transition so easily from a solid or a liquid into a gas, we breathe them in constantly. The distinction between good and bad VOCs usually come down to their source, their concentration, and how our specific bodies react to them. The bad VOCs are the synthetic and hazardous ones. Most people associate VOCs with new car smell or the scent of fresh paint. These are typically synthetic chemicals used as solvents or stabilizers. They are commonly sourced in paints or varnishes or cleaning supplies or pesticides and building materials like composite wood and tobacco smoke. The problem is that there's high concentrations of them and there's long-term exposure risk that causes a sick building syndrome. This includes headaches and dizziness and irritation of the eyes and throat. Key examples is formaldehyde. It's found in many molded plastics and wood resins. And then there's benzene and toluene, I think. It's common in nail polish and adhesives. I did say adhesives. And then it's found in fuel and some detergents. That's benzene, known to be carcinogenic. And then there's good VOCs, which are biogenic and beneficial. It literally started by talking about BVOCs, like biogenic, volatile organic compounds. Nature is actually the largest producer of VOCs. These are called biogenic VOCs, and they play vital roles in ecology and even in your human health. Common sources is forests, flowers, fruits, and herbs. The benefits is that plants use VOCs to communicate with each other, repel pests, or attract pollinators. For humans, these compounds are often what give essential oils their therapeutic properties. Key examples are pinenes and limonene. I wonder where we could get such terpenes from. I wish I knew about some flower that had a lot, usually, of pinene and limonene. And I don't know about linalool, but sometimes, yeah, like the soothing scent of lavender. Pinene is the pine scent in evergreen forests. Research suggests inhaling these reduces stress and improves your immune function, a practice often called forest bathing. And limonene, found in citrus peels, it has antimicrobial properties and boosts human mood. What distinguishes them? Whether a VOC is helpful or harmful is determined by three main factors: chemical stability and toxicity. Bad VOCs are often chemically reactive in ways that damage your human DNA and respiratory tissue, where good VOCs are generally compatible with human biology, though even natural ones can be bad if they react with industrial pollutants like nitrogen oxides to create ground level ozone. There you go. And then its concentration. In nature, BVOCs are usually diluted by moving air. In contrast, synthetic VOCs often become trapped indoors, a Compound that is harmless in a forest can become an irritant if it is concentrated in a sealed room. Intent and function. Synthetic VOCs are usually byproducts of manufacturing. They exist to keep the paint liquid or make the glue stick. It's not for human health. Where biogenic VOCs are part of the biological ecosystem, many have evolved alongside us humans, and our bodies have developed ways to produce, to process, or even benefit from them. There we go. All right, the more you know. Walk away with a little bit of fun facts. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me, for being open to learning about our world with me. All right, listen to what the science says and be like, okay, okay, science man. It's time for me to do more squats. I'm gonna go do it off camera this time. Love you, friends. See you again soon.